And welcome back to Sports Check on this Monday morning. It is the 28th day of February 2022. Conversations that we have had this morning, one about cricket, the new board, plus also the admission of advocates to the admission of advocates to the bar, and that was by the Chief Justice Martha Koome, and that was at the Supreme Court. The Council of Governors, with a compendium of lessons learned during the COVID-19 pandemic and the preparations around it, and also the National Gender and Equality Commission is meeting with the with the Independent and Electoral Boundaries Commission Chairman Wafula Chebukati, and this is about election preparedness. We shall be coming into the next conversation, and it is about the World Race Walking Team Championships. And we are joined via Zoom from Riyadh House by the team leader of the contingent, Coach George Kariuki, and also the under-20 champion in the 10-kilometer men's race walk. He goes by the name of Harrison Wanyonyi. And Coach Kariuki, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Daniel.
Well, first of all, we saw the announcement by Athletics Kenya about the team that was selected. First, one of the things that we've seen is that countries are allowed one athlete, for example, in the men's 20-kilometer race walk, but Kenya has been allowed to have 3. We've got Simon Wachira, we've got Samson Digiti, and also we have got Kireri. You could give us a background into how Kenya got to have 3 race walkers selected for the 20 kilometers men's race.
Thank you, Daniel. I think to start with, there is no qualification for entry into this championship because we don't have qualifying times for this particular championship. What we have is the team, a combination of athletes to form a team. That's why we had to form the Athletics Kenya Race Walking Team for the 20 kilometers walk men. Other events, say like the 20 kilometers women, we only have one athlete, and that is Emily Ngi. And in the 10 kilometers under 20, we have got Wanyonyi. That's how we have come up with that combination.
Well, Coach, let me come to you, and I will be speaking to Harrison Wanyonyi, who is the under-20 champion in the men's 10-kilometer walk. He won gold in Nairobi last year. But first, tell us about the criteria that you used to have Samuel Gadimba Kireri, Dominic Samson Digiti, who won a bronze at the under-18 championships. That was in the year 2017. Actually, how time flies. And Simon Wachira for the 20-kilometer senior men's race walk.
Daniel, that question, I'm not getting it very clear.
Okay, let me just repeat it. It is about how you came up selecting Samuel Gadimba,
okay,
Dominic Ndigiti,
okay,
and Simon Wachira.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. We have, as you know, Gadimba is the Commonwealth Games bronze medalist, and at the same time, he's the African champion. Last year, he would have gone to represent Kenya in the Olympic Games because he had a good qualifying time, although the conditions allowing him to compete in that kind of a championship needed international judges, a minimum of 3 from different countries. That's why he didn't compete. But for his position in this team, he is our top man in this country. He's the champion, and that's why we have picked on him. We have also done our first weekend track and field.
Vizuri na tumejipanga, tuko tayari na kuwakilisha nchi yetu ya Kenya kule Oman. na tuko na imani ya kwamba tutakuja na ushindi. Kipenda tu kusema kwamba Wakenya watuombee pia, kwa sababu tunaenda kupambana.
Na nikiweza kukuuliza, tuambie mazoezi yako umekuwa ukiyafanyia wapi na mambo umekuwa ukifanya mazoezi na kocha yupi?
Niko nafanya mazoezi na kocha ambaye na kaka wake ambaye anaitwa George Otwane, and Gabriel Otwane of General Service Unit.
Haya, na ningetaka kujua, najua kwamba haya mashindano ya race walk,
tunafanya mazoezi, coach ni lazima akwe pale anakumonitor ambavyo unatembea ili aweze kukusaidia. Kuna zile few mistakes ambazo unafanya na anakusaidia na kueleza hapa umekosea, fanye vile na hivi.
Coach Kariuki, let me...
a walker has to abide by these rules, and they are simple, but they need a lot of practice, and so that a person can be able to catch up with them. We have one which is a bent knee. Bent knee is one of the rules that an athlete should abide to, whereby an athlete's leg has to be straightened from the first contact with the ground. It has to be straight. The leading leg has to be straightened from the first time that leg hits the ground, and then it folds as it picks the hind leg takes over. When the front leg hits the ground, it must be straight at the knee. When the other leg is coming forward, then the one that is coming forward will also need to be straightened at the knee, but the other one must bend, because naturally a walker or even any human being has to bend the knee and also straighten it at one point in time. The next rule is to observe loss of contact. Loss of contact is noticed, especially when an athlete is like in a flying at a flying mode, whereby he's now doing like a run, not walking. When an athlete goes as if he's running, then he loses contact with the ground, and so he's airborne. When you are airborne, then you are not walking. And athletes in normal cases, when they are running, they are airborne. But for a walker, you must be consistently having contact with the ground. One of your legs must always be touching the ground, and at a flat foot, then it lifts up as the other one also comes to assist. That is, those are the two rules that have to be observed. So in case of judging race walking, the judges are not concerned with the upper part of the body. They are just concerned with the lower part of the body from the hips downwards. That is where the judges concentrate, and they want to see that the walker is in constant contact with the ground at all times. Those are the two rules.
Okay, and bringing into that
a naked eye. And so the judges must see the infringements by naked human eye, not by any other method. So in case an athlete is tripped, that is something that can be taken differently, because we have got other officials, not only the race walking judges. The race walking judges are concerned with the two rules that I have mentioned, the bent knee and the loss of contact. Any other part of the competition where, say, an athlete is tripped, we have got competition referee. And this competition referee is the one who can make some of these decisions. That is why you find that when an athlete is tripped, that's really not a race walking judge's area, but he can also caution. Say an athlete is tripped and falls, then that one it's something normal that any human being can see, and it can be dealt with at other levels within the competition.
Well, I took a look at the course that is going to be used in Oman Muscat, and this is at their convention center. And within the circuit, there is something that in race walking terms is known as a cell, but actually as penalty zone. Tell us how that cell operates so that anybody who watches the race.
The three red cards are issued against an athlete by 3 different judges. Then those, instead of disqualifying that athlete, there before we used to disqualify that athlete instantly after getting the 3 red cards.